Welcome to Afghanistan News Today International Legal Initiative, a key step to address violations of women's rights in Afghanistan during the UN General Assembly. Australia, Canada, Germany, and the Netherlands announced plans to pursue legal action against Afghanistan for widespread violations of the UN Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. This action could lead to a case being presented before the International Court of Justice. Amnesty International's Secretary General, Agnan S. Kalamard, welcomed the initiative, emphasizing the dire situation faced by Afghan women and girls. She noted that their rights and dignity have been systematically stripped away, and they have been excluded from all areas of life. She stated, "This is a vital step towards securing justice for Afghan women, but it must be supported by comprehensive efforts to address ongoing and historical atrocities, especially those targeting women and girls, which have persisted throughout over 40 years of conflict in Afghanistan." Kalamard also urged the international community to stand in solidarity with Afghan women and advocate for their rights. She stressed that this initiative serves as a timely reminder of the responsibility of states to provide protection for those fleeing systemic discrimination and oppression in Afghanistan. In a new report, Climate Drafts criticized as a blow to human rights, Amnesty International's climate justice advisor, Ann Harrison, expressed deep concern. She emphasized that climate finance agreements for nations and communities most affected by climate change. However, the newly unveiled draft on climate finance, released just a day before the summit's conclusion, signals potential failure to achieve this goal. Harrison criticized the draft for lacking a specified minimum annual climate finance target. She called the outcome an affront to human rights and urged decisive action to address these shortcomings. Bread and Roses: Afghan Women's Resilience Under Oppression. Ceremonies. Bread and Roses powerfully chronicles the lives of 3 Afghan women grappling with the devastating impact of Afghanistan's 2021 regime change. Building on her earlier work, 1,000 Girls Like Me, Mani captures the rollback of women's rights and the oppressive realities following the U.S. withdrawal. The documentary highlights stories like that of Zahra Mohammadi, a dentist whose practice was forcibly shut down and whose public presence became a point of tension under restrictive rules. Activist Taranum Saidi, exiled in Pakistan, shares impassioned reflections, tempered by the anguish of displacement. Meanwhile, former government employee Sharifa Muvahidzad faces a stifling existence akin to house arrest, symbolizing the regression of women's freedoms. Concluding on an ambiguous and unsettling note, Bread and Roses offers a sobering portrayal of the challenges faced by Afghan women, emphasizing their resilience amidst overwhelming adversity. Earlier this year, Ibrahim Nashet's documentary Hollywoodjet provided a gripping look at the Afghan government's return to Kabul, documenting their occupation of a former CIA base after U.S. filmed with guerrilla techniques and phone cameras. Bread and Roses captures the rise of the Taliban through the eyes of female activists striving to preserve their freedoms. Their demands for bread, work, and education underscore the magnitude of what has been stripped from Afghan women. Banned from working and with girls' schools closed, these women endure the compounded hardships of economic collapse brought on by the regime's mismanagement. The extreme risks faced by these activists become heartbreakingly apparent as several, including Zahra, a spirited dentist, are abducted, while others are forced into exile. Powerful and enraging, Mani's film is a testament to the resilience of Afghan women amid overwhelming adversity.
According to a recent report released today, over 650 people have been killed or injured by landmine explosions in Afghanistan over the past year. The report, published by the International Campaign to Ban Landmines (ICBL), highlights the number of landmine victims in various countries worldwide. Based on the data, Myanmar, formerly Burma, has recorded the highest number of casualties, with 1,003 victims. Syria follows with 933 casualties in second place, Afghanistan with 651 casualties in third, and Ukraine with 580 casualties in fourth. According to the ICBL report, the total number of landmine victims globally in 2023 reached 5,757. Of these, 1,983 people lost their lives, while 3,663 others were injured.